Hi everyone. Thank you again for your support and for watching our reviews and our videos. It means a lot to have this level of support, and we just want to keep producing videos that you like and they're going to keep you entertained. As we've moved into a slightly bigger space, we're changing our format on our reviews just a little bit. So if you wouldn't mind, watch the entire review, and at the end, drop us a comment. Let us know what we did that you liked. Let us know what we did that you didn't like. Because remember, we're here to make awesome content for you to enjoy. So thank you again for your support, and enjoy tonight's review. So tonight is going to be kind of special. Not only is it International Champagne Day, yes, I get to drink champagne and call it work. I have a very special cuvée. I have a bottle of the Fleury Fleur. This is very special, not only because it's an awesome champagne, it's kind of hard to get, and there's a history to it. So this is from the Côte d'Ivoire. Aube is very, very, very important when it comes to champagne and its history and grower producers. Their approach to wine growing, their history, being one of the first, if not the first, biodynamic champagnes, being a leader in the revolt of the Champagne Wars in 1911, paving the way to become one of the first true grower producers in Champagne. So, around 1970, Jean-Pierre Fleury inherits the house and really sets forth on biodynamics, really sets forth on true organic champagnes. And it took a little while. It wasn't until about 1992 that he was successful in really making true biodynamic, true organic champagnes. I mean, some of the habits and the traditions that go into biodynamic champagne can get a little interesting, to say the very least. And it could be the first time I've ever had one. The concept behind biodynamics is that everything in the universe is interconnected. Like I said, the earth, the sun, the stars, the moon, the ground, the water, everything is tied together, and everything has a rhythm. What guides them is this connection that they have with the universe. So, yeah, I mean, some people call it hippie champagne, cult champagne. I call it something I'm going to open right now and try. Let's get into this. Let's stop talking about it and open her up. As I said, it is International Champagne Day, and true to form, I'm sitting in my house and I hear a knock on my door, and it is a delivery of some brand new awesome champagnes. And you know, when you're doing international shipping, when you're doing importation, there's always some delay. There's always something that goes wrong. There's always some issue with some paperwork or whatever. And these champagnes are actually supposed to show up last week, and they didn't. And I was like, oh, I just want my champagnes. And then they showed up today, and I'm like, you know what better way to celebrate International Champagne Day than with some awesome champagnes. Let's open this up. Here we go. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Have a look at some eye candy here. So, let's get a nose of this. Oh my God, there's something different here. There's something very, very different. Now, this is a 85% Pinot Noir, 15% Chardonnay. It does spend a decent amount of time in oak barrels, and the malolactic fermentation is there on the nose immediately. And if I'm getting it on the nose, that means that I'm expecting this to be very, very silky. And this is a 0 dosage, no sugar. This is as pure can possibly get in champagne. Let's have a taste. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. That is nothing of what I expected. The mouthfeel is nothing like I've ever had. The way it's hitting my palate is nothing like I've ever experienced, and that's not a negative. It's just this is different. Wow. On the nose, there's ripe fruit. There's some honey. A little bit of apple. Some peach. It's very fruity. I mean, and that's gonna be that Pinot Noir. My last video, I really kept messing up. I kept saying Meunier instead of Pinot Noir. So I'm very cautious now to make sure I say Pinot Noir, because this is a 85% Pinot Noir. Anyway, it's that Pinot that's really giving that fruitiness. You know, the palate, that's generous, it's full. There is a vibrancy there that I wasn't really expecting. With that 85% Pinot, I was kind of expecting a bit more. And with its aging, and it coming from predominantly, old, 2015 grapes, I was expecting to be a little bit more tame, but it's got a bit of liveliness to it. Wow, it's got a lot of tension. You can discern the different parts very, very clearly, and they are in harmony. And that's really awesome, because sometimes you get champagnes where you get the parts and they're kind of standing on their own. They're not uniform, or they come in waves. And this is very, very round. There's a lot of, everything's playing very well together, and it's singing one harmonious note, which I really, really am appreciating. So that tension is really there. Those two parts, they're standing out, but man, everything is playing perfectly together. There's a hint of salinity to it, which I wasn't expecting, being in the southern part of the Champagne region. It's very mild, but there's a hint of salinity, especially on the back palate. On the, it's got a lot of length. There's another thing here, that it's got a lot of length to it. It lingers, and it's the good parts. It's all good parts because it's champagne, but it's the parts that you want to really linger on your palate that's lingering. So its length is strong. It's wow. That's there's a hint of acidity. Just now, I'm used to Pinot from the northern parts of Champagne, and I'm used to Chardonnay from the northern parts of Champagne, the Côte de Blanc. So these are totally different. Instead of getting chalk, you're getting clay, which is gonna take you back a little bit, because if you're used to drinking Chardonnays and even Meunier and Pinots from the Côte de Blanc. The Côte de Bar is very, very different. Its land is different. Its terroir is different. Its atmosphere is different. It's much warmer. So the fruit is going to be very different than the colder, wetter regions up north. I can feel the connection. I can feel how and why it's made the way it's made. Why they take this biodynamic approach. I can feel that. Yeah, I get a brioche note. Very, very, very light, but it's there. But the acidity, I'm shocked at, because, like I said, the Côte d'Ivoire is far south, and the acidity is coming from not just the Chardonnay, but it's coming from that Pinot as well. And I'm not used to Pinot acidity, but it's there, and it's definitely not coming from solely from the Chardonnay. But even with that acidity, it is very creamy. It's got a beautiful creaminess to it. It's got a silkiness to it. I can't hide emotion, and I can't hide when something is really moving me. And champagne's supposed to move you, and this is moving me. And I'm very surprised at that. I'm very, very, very surprised that I'm being moved, you know? The bouquet is just, oh my God. The bouquet is magnificent. The mouthfeel is magnificent. The length, like, it's still, the length is just magnificent. It is generous. I mean, it is very, very generous. It's in short, okay, approach this with some caution, because this is not gonna just lay down for you. This is assertive. It's punchy, and that's not a technical term, but that's the best way I can describe it. It's very punchy. It wants you to know it's different and it's special, and they have a right to do that because it is different. This is Rebel Champagne. Wow. These are people who drew swords over this, and you could taste that. They will not apologize. This is unapologetic. This is not your granddaddy champagne. Wow. I always say that champagne should remind you of a lover's kiss. And I mean that. This one is... Wow. For the first time in my life, I don't know what to say other than champagne every day.